Good morning everyone, this is Sheila. Welcome back to my channel. Before I get started, I apologize for the lighting. We're having a cloudy day and the lights in my craft room aren't the best right at the moment. So I just have to go with the flow. I'm almost finished with this journal, I should say. I just want to add a closure to it, and I'm not sure what I might be doing for that. I do have an idea, but I'm not sure how that's going to go. A friend of mine, Debbie Hicks, she sent me this kit. I don't know if she purchased it herself, or I don't know how she acquired it. But she sent it to me because she didn't have time to work on it. And it's a beautiful kit. And it comes from, the kit is called Punked Out Steam 2 Journal Kit. And it's from Isreal and Norella Bouchard. I hope I pronounced that right. And it's a subscription kit. So I guess you can order a subscription through these ladies. I will have their information below in the description if you want to go and check them out. I had so much fun with this journal. It's a beautiful kit. And as I was creating this, I was posting pictures on my Facebook groups and things. And I've had so many compliments about it. And I finally got it done. It took me about a week or so. And it's really pretty. And I can't wait to show you. I used a 3-ring binder. And it's almost like the size is about 7 by 9. And it's a 1.5 inch spine. And I chose to do a binder because that way... I like to do binders as a junk journal or any journal, because if you start bulking up, you can always remove pages, and after you use pages, you can add to it. You know, you can subtract or add throughout the use of the journal. With that said, I used a black binder, and I found it at a thrift shop. It's kind of a little beat up, but that's all the joy that you get, you know, when you're doing junk journals and things. They don't have to look perfect. For the cover, I was thinking about moving this plastic piece because it's so hard to glue items to it, but I decided that I would just keep it and create a cover that I could slide in and out of it. So that's what I'm going to do at the moment. So this is the cover. This paper kit, journal kit is so beautiful. And she did have some cardstock pieces and some regular paper pieces. And so I chose one of the cardstock pieces for the cover. I will point out what was sent to me in the kit and what I added. For instance, there's some chipboard pieces that was in the kit, like this light bulb here. This butterfly was actually from my my stash. She had some gears in there. She had some gems, a lot of cutter parts that came with this kit, some material like this blue material here, and this kind of purple alligator material behind this cutter part here. And there was like sequins in there, some gems, beads, and some, I think there was lace. So there was a mixture of things, ball pins and stuff like that. So it was a big kit. I was surprised. And I was actually surprised about how beautiful the chipboard pieces were. And wait till you see some of the others that are inside. So that was my cover. And let's go inside. And again, I apologize for the lighting because it is cloudy out and this room does not have the greatest light. Okay. Whoops. Alright. So, on the front and back cover, I made a pocket. And the pockets that were originally inside here, I I cut out because, again, it was plastic and nothing was sticking to it. So I removed it and I just used some cardstock to create a pocket. I have this pretty burlap paper here behind there, and I did some I did a cluster of different items. There's some lace, there's some cardstock, there's these buttons, there's gears, some stickers that I got at the Dollar Tree. I have doily back there. There's some of the sequins and some beads that were in the kit. And this piece here, this chipboard piece, and this chipboard piece was in the kit. And look at that chipboard piece. Isn't that beautiful? I just love that. I have some gears up here, a gem, and some of this bandage cheesecloth stuff. So that's that. And I used a piece of the paper to cover the spine there. And then I made a couple of tags, and this elephant here and on this page, I had so many compliments about this elephant. People asking me if I added the hat to it. It was so cute. They just loved it. And I think that's one of my favorite parts to this journal, is that elephant also. My bold pin up here is not cooperating. So I added some, I used some cardstock. My base pages are black cardstock, and I use purple cardstock, and I also use like some bluish green cardstock just for accent colors throughout the journal. And here I added this little button here. I just made this little cluster up there. I made a small cluster at the bottom. And on this side I did a little cluster here. This paper was also in the stuff that my friend sent me. I used some of this bluish purple rickrack for the tag up top, and I used a little gem flower that was in my stash. This was part of the collection. This paper is part of the collection. I believe these gems were. This is some coffee dye paper, one of my digital kits. I made my own coffee dye paper. I scanned it and made my own printables so I can reuse them anytime I want. Just made a little cluster at the bottom, and these brads were also in the kit. So that's those two tags. Some of these pages, most of them, I left plain because I didn't want to take away from the beauty of this paper. I didn't want to cover up. So what I did was add some of my coffee dye paper in between. So if I wanted to write, because I'm not sure what I'm doing with this journal yet. A lot of people ask me if I was selling it, and I don't think I'm selling it. So I don't know what I'm doing yet. But anyway. So a lot of the pages I didn't want to cover because, like I said, it's a beautiful kit. So I just did a little cluster at the top. And on this side I did create a pocket again. And here's another one of the chipboard pieces, that bee. Isn't that beautiful? It's so cute. And there's an image of the same bee down here. So I made this little cluster here. This was a sticker that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I used some gears, and I used a little brad there, and then I made a couple of tags. Used purple cardstock for the back. Here I made a little tuck spot on this tag, and I made two smaller tags. Ooh, isn't that nice? How did that come off? Oh, this came apart. Okay, let me fix that. I was like, how did that come off? I should actually tie a knot, a big, small knot. But I got this little ball pin that I attached, gear to with some of the beads there. And then I just have this lace, this lace I had in my stash. So I made a little tuck spot there. Here's one of my coffee dyed papers. And I made a little cluster here. This zipper came from that same sticker pad. And I used some of these paper flowers. There's a gem. There's a scrap piece of paper there. This is a cut apart from the kit. And then these 2 pages. I inked my edges with some purple ink. And I also went and did little splotches here and there. I used some of this cheesecloth stuff. And another one of those 3-dimensional stickers. Here's a chipboard key, and I put a gem, and I did a couple stamps in this book. I didn't do a lot, just a couple. This is a feather stamp I had. Another little cluster. So if I wanted to write, I have plenty of room for writing. Here's one of the envelopes that was included in the kit, which I put together. And then there's a couple little pieces of cut aparts, ephemera, that I just tucked in there. And then I just used a paper clip that I had that was purple, and some of this purple lace. On this page, I just did a corner pocket here with these small bags that someone had sent me, and I used one of the cut aparts and added a little 3-dimensional key with some thread and a piece of material and some ribbon. And then here's 2 more pieces from the cut aparts, and I just backed them with some cardstock and used some trim on this one. This is actually a pocket, and I made a huge tag. Such pretty paper. And then I had this little charm that looks like a balloon if you turn it the other way, so I just added that with a ball pen and a couple of beads. On this side, I didn't do anything to it because look how pretty that paper is. It's such a beautiful kit. I can't say that enough. Here I just created a little cluster. I have some paper, the paper flower, butterflies, some gears I made, this little cut apart here from the kit, some lace, some of these gems were in the kit she sent me. I love my coffee dyed paper, how it came out. Can you believe that is a printed copy? Here I used a stamp and another cut apart, some washi tape, another stamp, and this is a cut apart from the kit. Here's a lovely bird. I love this parrot. Look how cute. Isn't he cute? I love it. And here I made, I made one of these paper clips. I just added a piece of scrap paper and a gear and some that cheesecloth items, and this is a dragon charm that I got from my stash, another ball pen and some beads. Beautiful paper. On this one I made a little tuck spot pocket there, and it's got a cut apart, and I got a gem and a metal piece from my stash and some thread. And then 2 more tags that come in the cut aparts. And on the back of them I put some of my coffee dyed paper and just some little sentiments there. Another beautiful page. And on this page I made a pocket with a library card pocket. And I also left part of it opened in the back to fit more tags. And I also made this little piece into a little tuck spot. I used some, this word here, a couple of the words, I had a sheet of sentiments that I just cut up. And that's one of the words there. And then I made a couple of tags. Come on, get in there. I just love that parrot's cute also. I put some gems up there. Another cutter pot. And I backed it with some of my coffee dyed paper and used another little cutter pot at the bottom. And that's that paper too. Even though I covered a little bit, big beautiful balloon there. That was one thing, it was hard to do anything on these pages because they were so pretty. Here I used a cutter pot and made a little tuck spot, and there's another chipboard key, some flower gems I found in my stash. I used some thread and 2 more tags from the kit. I just made a stamp here. I put some thread, and this is a sticker that I had in my stash. Another stamped image, dreamer that came in the kit. This flag behind it came in the kit. These sequins came in the kit. On this page, I created a tag from the kit. From the cutter pots, I should say, and I just have it we use this paper clip just to attach it to the page. This tag is actually held on by a binder clip, and I made a little tuck spot here, some journaling area here. I stamped, put a couple of the sequins with some thread behind it, and then 2 more tags that I made with the cutter pots. Tuck them in there, and then look at how pretty that paper is. And then I just found this purple color. Oh, I better wait before I do that. Here's another long tag. Look at that paper. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. And here I found a butterfly in my stash, and I added that. And I just attached this to the page. Oops. Okay. Here I got a piece of wax paper because this was still wet. Look at that paper. Look at that. On this side, a little sailboat. Made another little tag here. Added a key. It actually just clips on the top there. Another cluster at the bottom with a piece of cutter pot. Another cutter pot here with some gears, and another gear, and a piece of scrap paper, and some of that cheesecloth. So here I used one of the cutter pot images. This is a typewriter, which I love, to make a tuck spot, and I added some eyelash trim. There's a gear there. There's one of those paper flowers. This is a brad. And then I made these tags from the cutter pots. So much stuff, so many different items in this kit. It was crazy, and I just loved working with it. This was an envelope that I had in my stash, and I just decorated it. I have one of the cutter pots, I have a flower, I have some gears, I have a metal piece that I found in my stash, I have some of that cheesecloth, some paper flower, and the butterfly. On this side, I used one of the cutter pots, the elephant, and then a 3-dimensional sticker, and then I added some thread back there, and on the thread I attached a vintage pin with a key. And inside the envelope, I found these little journal card things in my stash, and I just tuck that in there. Oops. Pretty. Look at that paper. So you can see why I didn't want to cover all this paper. It's crazy. Here on this side where I attached the envelope, I made this little cluster from the cut apart. There's material from the kit, some cheesecloth, a paper, flour, some gems, and down there I have a little lock there, here, another little cluster, and then here's another envelope. There was like 4 different envelopes. I only used 2 of them in this kit as envelopes. Here's another one of the envelopes. And in here, what do I have in here? I got 2 tags from the cut aparts. And then again, I just attached it with a paper clip and tied some lace at the top. And then here is another cluster that I used several things. One of the cut aparts here, I had this feather in my stash, the flowers and the buttons from my stash. The lace I think came with the kit. And then again I have pieces of wax paper in there because this was wet. And another tag that I created. Another key, and here's another look at that paper. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And there's the back side of it too. Look at that. I love the colors. And then again, another pocket, same kind of design as the front, just a little bit different. And again, I have the chipboard piece here is the elephant, which I think that's my favorite one. And I did added some gears, gems, some cheesecloth, the world of tomorrow, that was in the kit, so was the flag behind it. And then lastly, 2 more tags from the kit. I just love everything. Alright. And then that's it. I used just about everything that I had in that kit. On the back I just put in some purple cardstock. I'm not sure if I will put a card in there with the people's name and stuff and little notes saying where I got it and things. I might do that. For the closure, I'm thinking of getting some charms, some vintage steampunk charms. Hobby Lobby has a lot of cute things, and I really want to get an elephant, a steampunk elephant to hang from a chain. I'll put some eyelets and hang it from a chain here with some beads or something. I'm not sure if I'll do anything on the spine, but a closure, I definitely want a closure. And I'm hoping that I can find what I want when I go to the store. So, that's my newest project. It gave me something to do while I was recuperating from my surgery. I had shoulder surgery. Why is that so hard for me to say? Shoulder surgery. And it's been almost, I think this week will be 3 weeks. 3 weeks or 4 weeks. I think it's 3.5 weeks. I don't know. But it's getting a lot better. Every day I can move more and more. There's still one spot that's really sore, but you know, if you don't have the pain, you got to keep moving because you'll lose your mobility. But anyway, so this gave me something to do while I was recovering. I did a little each day, and I really enjoyed it. This was really fun to put together. And I just have to thank Debbie Hicks again for sending this to me. I loved it, and thank you for thinking of me. She could have sent it to anybody, and I was the lucky one she chose. And I'm so lucky that I got it to work on because I really loved it. And again, I will give you the information down below in the description. And if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to add them. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button if you like this video. Hit the bell also if you want to be notified when I upload again. And let's see, anything else? As always, thank you so much for watching, and you have a wonderful day.